And good morning. It is time for a little chat with Aaron McCollum. And before we do our chat, I want to tell everybody Aaron is from Marine Credit Union. He's the community lead in Racine, the certified credit union financial counselor. But forget all that. That has no meaning right now because you are the father of a brand new son. Mazel tov. Congratulations. Hold on there. Go ahead now.
Thank you so much, Don. Yeah, I appreciate that. My son, Edward Lewis, Eddie Lou, is actually 1 week old today. So it's an honor and a funny little coincidence that you had Captain Eddie Williams on yesterday to talk about his amazing stuff because he's a very inspirational person, and he's not named after Captain Eddie, but yeah, thank you for sharing. Edward Lewis is doing good and growing steady, Eddie.
Man, you got a big family now because you have foster children as well.
Yes, I have 3 foster kiddos. We're in the process of adopting. We have a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an 8-year-old. So McCollum Party of 6 coming soon.
I told him that's the writing of a Hallmark movie. I don't know what the name of it will be, but definitely by next Christmas we could have another Hallmark movie on with your family.
That sounds wonderful.
Well, that is just great. Congratulations. Nothing matters beside that. I mean, everything else comes and goes, but family is family, and they're always number one. Well, congratulations to your wife, too. What's her first name?
Her name is Patricia.
Patricia. Congratulations to Patricia.
She's a superhero, and I've had a lot of different titles in my life, but being a dad is certainly my favorite one, and it's just a blessing to serve in different ways and serve our community.
My daughter's going to be 46 next month, and I look at her and I say, 46? Where does time go by so fast? 40. Said, yeah, I'm looking at retiring.
Yeah.
Putting stuff together. And we're going to talk about that retirement because, people do it. You don't think you're going to retire, but everybody's got to retire someday. I mean, it just happens. Before we get to that, let's talk about the past year now. Marine Community Credit Union is involved in a ton of community stuff, and that's your department there. You're the community lead. Let's talk about your year in review, some of the things that have been done.
Absolutely. Like you said, time really flies, and it's crazy how fast this year has gone. This is awesome because the community engagement, my team has only been around for about 1.5 years now, March of 24. And so this year was my first full calendar year in the role, which is really exciting. We've done over 100 different community events, so different community events, whether that's at Festival Hall and the amazing things that they do, just awesome community events, loving kindness, and so many more. We are very big on financial education and financial empowerment. So in my role, I get to serve as a financial educator. And so we've done over 100 different financial education opportunities, whether that's in group settings, like the library or other workshops, or one-on-one. And so it's been really great to serve and meet the needs of our community in that way. One of my favorite parts of my job, wearing different hats, is the opportunity to directly give back to our community with our time and our talent. And hey, treasure is nice too, and sharing the talk. And so we're very much a core pillar of ours is giving back to the communities that we serve, and that goes back to our mission. And so we've actually given, through our Marine Credit Union Foundation, over $166,000 back into the communities that we serve. And so that's been really exciting. In some of my favorite areas that we give back into are financial education, financial well-being for family programs, youth programs, as well as human services. And so it's been great to meet a lot of awesome nonprofits doing amazing work in our communities. And it's just one of my deep passions long before I was even in this role.
Now, if someone goes to college is expensive. It was expensive when I went. When I went, it was $105 a credit. That was back in the early 70s. Our bumper stickers at Hofstra University said, Hofstra, land of tuition, because it just was money. That's all it was. And I wound up paying it off at $47.72 a month for 10 years. That's what I had to pay it off. And the day I got out of college, the book, it was a coupon book back then. A coupon book was right in my hand by the bank. And they said, start paying it off, $47.72 a month. And I did. But nowadays, it's a different story. You want to go to college, you want to go to medical school, you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
You guys deal with that?
Absolutely. I've coached individuals who are in medical school and paying over $125,000 a semester.
Whoa!
I've also coached individuals who are working to get their high school diploma, or get their GED, and understanding where they're at, and the resources that are involved in their in their communities. So whether that's scholarship opportunities, work, job opportunities, each person's needs are quite different, and so that's one of my favorite parts of the role as well.
That's scary. $125,000 per semester. Now you multiply that 2 semesters a year times 4 years in a medical school. How do you get out of that? How do you get out of debt? You've got to. I don't know how you do it.
Well, I think those people who are going in those very prestigious roles, and that's a lot of education, right? 8+ years, and like you said, it's a lot of money, but they're certainly valuable to the community, especially after experiencing firsthand with my son being born a little earlier than anticipated. All those doctors and nurses are rock stars.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm telling you. We talked about my heart surgery. And this guy's worth $1 billion to me.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah, you're absolutely right. So if somebody is planning to go to college, maybe next September in 2026, start now, start looking for loans, ways to get money to go to college, because most people don't have it sitting in the bank. I mean, they just don't have it, or in their credit union account. They just don't have it. So now's the time to start thinking about it, huh? Planning. So when you get that acceptance letter, you're ready to go.
Yeah, and it's really cool because especially with Act 60 in Wisconsin, that pretty much makes it a requirement for any high schooler before they graduate to get some sort of financial education, at least a semester. And so our schools have been doing a great job of promoting that, not just, hey, go to college, but opportunities outside of college, whether it's entering the trades or just being your own boss in entrepreneurship, or all sorts of wonderful things. And so promoting that, and I know some sophomores and freshmen who haven't even taken their ACTs yet, but they're applying for scholarships, or they're researching different fields and schools. And so you'll be surprised how many opportunities there are for first-time college students, or first generation, or just different grants and opportunities for our future leaders.
Boy, $105 a credit doesn't sound that bad, does it?
Yeah, I wish. When I was in college, I was working 6 jobs and taking 12 to 16 credits. So.
I was working too. I was a janitor at a radio station, and I worked midnight to 6, and then I went to college all day. Yeah, look what
I feel like you just have more energy when you're in college. If I had the same energy in college as I did as a parent, that'd be great. I strive on coffee now.
Talking to Aaron McCollum. He is the community lead in Racine and a certified credit union financial counselor. There are 2 words I can't pronounce if I say them fast. Community is one of them, and Saturday is the other. And every time I have community, I got to stop, think, say it right. I just can't, for some reason, I can't. It comes out community if I say it, just without thinking. And Saturday comes out like that. So community and Saturday. If something happens in the community on a Saturday, I'm dead. I don't know what to do. But before we get to the rest of our topics here, 2026 is coming around. I know you can't be specific because everybody's, I got a different story. All right, you've got a credit union. People have to get their finances in order for 2026. Any suggestions for what people should do? For people that don't know, they just have a regular savings account or a checking account. I mean, what can they do?
Absolutely. There's a lot. I can go on forever about that, but I think just simplifying it as normalizing the conversation with your spouse or your partner. If you're solo, write down your goals and aspirations for 2026, not just financially, but in all areas of wellness. And so writing that out and then devising that plan, whether it is, hey, I'm getting ready for retirement. What does that look like? How much do I feel like I can comfortably live off of month to month? Speak with your financial institution. Maybe they have an advisor or someone that they can guide you through. If not, hey, come to Marine Credit and we'll be happy to help you. But whether that's, like you mentioned, IRAs, retirement accounts, or finding ways to do HSAs, or helping increase your income, but also for the long haul. And so putting the pen to paper, right? And don't just say it, but put plans in place to achieve that. And so we have some workshops coming up that I'll be happy to share about.
We got a workshop today.
Today, yes.
Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. So shout out to the Racine Public Library. We've been doing financial wellness workshops throughout the whole year. And we had a great one last week. And today we're talking about charting your course to success, a new year, new goals. And that's from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So again, not just financial wellness, but all areas of wellness, and not just making resolutions, but putting that into place for having a successful 2026.
We have Shay King from the Racine Public Library coming in on Thursday, as a matter of fact.
I love that, yes. And then if you have your calendars out, mark your calendar for January 8th, again at the Racine Public Library from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's going to be charting your course from resolutions to results, right? Tying off of what we're talking about here today at our workshop. Those are just fun, great times to have great conversation, practical resources. There are free food and beverages available, so we'll be happy to have you. No reservation necessary. Come on in. Beautiful view at the Racine Public Library.
It is, and right there on the looking at the lake. And
yes, absolutely. And then on Martin Luther King Day, that's coming up faster than we realize, on January 19th. If you are a youth or you know a youth, we have an awesome program, the Youth Financial Empowerment Workshop. This is our second year doing a financial empowerment workshop on Martin Luther King Day, specifically for the youth 11 to 18 in Racine, Kenosha, and Milwaukee areas. And so huge shout out to the Volunteer Center of Racine, as well as educators, Community State Bank, and Marine. We're coming together to help put this on, where students are getting practical resources and a day in the life of what it is like to be an adult. So that is from 8:30 to 12:30. Again, free food for students as well as volunteers. So if you don't have any youth in your life, but you want to give back to your community, check out more information at volunteerracine.org/youth, and you can register and maybe be a volunteer as well. So we'd love to have you there.
And you're also connected with the Kenosha Kingfish baseball team.
Oh, yes. That we love the Kenosha Kingfish. I'm a big baseball fan, so that was a little selfish partnership, but they do great work in our community as well. And so this past year, we sponsored their 50-50 raffle. We called it the Community Connections. And so every home game, there was a different nonprofit that would raise money for their mission. And so over 36 different nonprofit organizations were benefited, and we're looking forward to continuing that partnership. Hopefully see a championship year coming up. It's a great time. If you haven't been to a Kingfish game, come check it out. The season's going to be here before we know it.
You have more fun at minor league baseball teams than you do the professional baseball teams.
I grew up going to minor league baseball teams, and I remember I was in the Janesville Beloit area, the Beloit Snappers. Seeing Prince Fielder and Ricky Weeks and Bill Hall.
And they always have fun nights too.
They do.
The promotions are really fun when they go to they had, Corey Hart sunglasses at night. I remember going to a game once, and they want to set the Guinness record for the number of people wearing sunglasses at night, like the Corey Hart song. And everybody brought their sunglasses with them at night. I don't know if they set the record, but, it was kind of fun stuff to do like that.
Good times were had, that's for sure.
Yeah. Always have a good time at the minor league baseball teams. Let's talk about also Festival Hall and local parks. You guys help out with those as well, huh?
Yeah, there's awesome different, like I said, community events going on around the parks, the community centers. So we try to support as many of those as we can, as well as our partnership with Festival Hall, Memorial Hall at the different events. And so they had a great veterans stand-down event back in September, and that was a wonderful way to connect with our veterans, and it inspired us to become members of the Wisconsin Veterans Chamber of Commerce. So if you haven't heard, it's a revolutionary chamber that helps support veteran-owned businesses throughout the whole state. And so we're really excited to support and be a part of that, and to uplift our veterans, because they mean so much to us.
Now, if I win the $1 billion lottery coming up now, and I bring in a couple of suitcases full of cash, $1 billion. You guys take care of that for me?
We will love to help you chart your course to financial wellness, Don.
I think once you have $1 billion, though, I think you're kind of set.
I think you don't have as much stress as the common folk. If you do win the $1 billion, maybe give back to your community or throw to your favorite community.
My wife
lead.
said we'd give away 80% of it. Just to churches and animal. We have a lot of animal charities, and the DAV, which is Disabled American Vets.
Absolutely.
They get all the money.
I love that.
They get all 80% because how much do you really need to live on?
Right.
I mean, I'm doing fine now without $1 billion. Just a couple of million would do fine. I can live with that.
And when we talk financial wellness and empowerment, it's not necessarily that dollar amount. It is that mindset, right? And putting yourself in that perspective. If that happens, and I hope it happens to you, I know how much you love your scratch-offs, Don, but, have that mindset of, hey, I'm going to take care of myself, my family, and hopefully you have that aspiration to give back to your community and uplift your community.
And none of this matters with regard to what just happened to you. If people just tuning in, the birth of your son, Eddie Lou?
Edward Lewis, yes, sir.
Edward Lewis, birth of your son, your wife, Patricia, and yourself. And none of this matters. It's all now centered on your children because you have foster children as well.
Yeah, we serve out of the overflowing cup, right? And it's just a blessing to serve as a father. That's, like I said, my favorite role, but as well as a husband. But being a community lead doesn't feel like work, right? It's empowering. It's meeting the needs of our community. I always like to share our mission and values, right? Our core values as an organization are commitment, compassion, courage, and collaboration. And at the heart and soul of that is our community. Everything we do, those 4 values funnel into our community, which takes us to our mission, which is supporting individuals from a place of financial need, whatever that may be, whether it's your $1 billion lotto question, or, hey, maybe you need some help because you've been told no elsewhere, or you are struggling having a spending plan and executing on some of your financial goals. We're here to help you with those financial needs and then empower you to a place of ownership and giving back to your communities. So from our mission down to our values, communities at the heart and soul. And that's why I feel like I'm doing life's greatest work here at Marine, and it's like I feel so honored to be in this role because, like I said, I was being a community lead far before I had the title here at Marine, and I'm grateful for that title.
And thank you very much for supporting WRJN as well. We do appreciate that. Aaron McCollum, a community lead for Racine for Marine Credit Union, also a certified credit union financial counselor. Again, mazel tov to you and your wife. Congratulations. Long, long life for Edward Lewis.
Thank you so much, Don.
Long, long life.